Next up at UFC Vegas 61, we have Raoni Barcelos taking on Trevin Jones. Raoni Barcelos is 16-3 overall, 3-2 in his last 5, and he is riding back-to-back losses. Trevin Jones is 13-8 overall, 2-1-2 in his last 5, coming off back-to-back losses as well. Raoni Barcelos, I'm very high on him, and I have been for a while now. He's an incredibly well-rounded fighter. He's fantastic. He has great low leg kicks, very good BJJ. He hits hard and has very good wrestling offense as well as defense. Timur Valiev was 0 for 6 in takedown attempts against Raoni, and Raoni was dropped twice in that fight. Dropped him twice in that fight. Raoni Barcelos, honestly, I think he's the real deal. He's coming off. What concerns me is not that Timur Valiev lost, because a lot of people think he won that fight. He dropped Timur twice, defended every single takedown. What concerns me is his last loss. He should not have lost to Victor Henry. That's not a good loss. That's a surprising loss to me. The consensus was, I think everybody was saying that Raoni Barcelos is going to dominate that fight, and he did not. Trevin Jones is a fun striker with tons of power. He throws everything with 100% and bad intentions. He's not the most technical striker, but he doesn't always need to be, because he also has a BJJ black belt, and he can grapple. He fell in love with his own power, and that's what he does now, right? He's a striker and looks for that power. He's coming off that loss to Bajarat, where he was a very typical Trevin Jones fight. He was gun shy. He tried to wrestle, but his shots were sloppy. I love Raoni in this matchup. I have a money line bet on him. The premium members have seen that for a while now. The line on this fight is all over the place. Was 195, minus 195, minus 220, now minus 140. It's bouncing all over. I imagine Raoni Barcelos is going to close as a even bigger, I think he's going to be a pretty good sized favorite come fight night, because he's just a much better fighter overall. I like him here. I think he's more technical. I think he's faster. I think he's more well-rounded, and I think he can win this fight anywhere he wants to. Certainly Trevin Jones is going to have power, but Raoni has proven to have a solid chin. So I like Raoni Barcelos here. I have that money line bet. If you want a tail and you're a premium member, you saw it early. We'll see what the lines close at, and if it was worth getting early or not. What do you think, Jakey boy?
Yeah, I don't know if you should listen to me on this breakdown or you shouldn't listen to me on this breakdown, because I'm going a little bit opposite of what people probably think in this matchup. And even when I say it out loud, I might even change my mind as I'm saying it. But first of all, let's get this one thing straight. Trevin Jones is a much better fighter than a 13-8 record. Now, I know that he has a lot of wins that are split decisions, but he has a lot of losses that are split decisions as well. When you watch this guy fight, the reason why he has so many split decisions in general is this guy doesn't do anything. I mean, when he is fighting, it is just feint, wait, feint, wait, feint, wait, and he loses fights because of that. But when he actually fights and he actually throws combinations, the guy's a very good striker. Underrated grappler. He started off his jiu-jitsu, and his hands are pretty good. He's got really good power in his hands, and the guy is tough as shit. He's not it's kind of weird how tough he is, because he's not a great nail, because he does kind of I don't want to say cower, but he doesn't really react. Like a lot of people, like you see Tai Tuivasa, right? When he's getting hit, he fights back, right? He gets hit, he's like, that, I'm fighting back. Trevin Jones is one of those guys who just kind of hangs against a fence and he's just kind of eating shots, but he can't put him away. I mean, nobody can put him away. You saw that Timur fight. He was pretty much down and out with the body shots versus Timur, but was able to survive, just kind of biding his time, wasn't fighting back, was able to get to the second round of that fight, and was able to finish Timur. I think the same thing kind of might happen in this fight. It's very weird prediction. I just, for some reason, I feel like Trevin is going to come out a little bit more aggressive. Obviously, you shouldn't bet on that, because he's shown time and time again he is not an aggressive fighter. But I think he's able to show his aggression in this fight. As you mentioned, Raoni in his last fight should not have lost that fight. If Trevin's able to kind of push the pace a little bit in the first round, put some damage on Raoni, I think he can kind of not take over, but kind of win one of those decisions that Trevin Jones wins, and even be able to find that knockout shot, because Trevin's got real power. When he's able to finally throw those shots, he's got real power. When he knows he has you hurt, that's when he does get really aggressive in his striking. So, I don't love the play. I'm going to pick Trevin in this matchup, because I think he's able to come in and maybe show a little bit more aggressive in this fight. Maybe Raoni is able to pull out that aggression in him by being the more aggressive fighter. But, Trevin Jones is tough as shit. I don't think Raoni's going to be able to finish him. And if he tries to chase a finish, maybe he gets tired and Trevin's able to find those knockout shots. So, I don't love it, man. I'm picking Trevin, but he's shown time and time again he just does not have the volume to win the fights. I'm just hoping he's able to find the big shot that he found versus Timur in that fight. He's a good fighter, man. He's a good fighter. I just wish that he's kind of like Woodley, right? Everyone's just, Woodley, just throw your shots. I'm going to be praying that he's throwing his shots, and we'll see what happens. I'm going Trevin Jones.
Look at this stats.
I love it,
he's
though.
only landing 2.9 a minute.
I know.
Getting hit with
I don't
5.
love it. I'm
Team
telling you right
landing
now.
6 a minute.
I know a lot of people like to tail my picks. This is not one I would tail, but there's something about Trevin. I just feel like this week, I feel like these guys, I don't want to say Trevin's like trending in the right direction, but it feels like Hani's kind of on that, like, where's he going to go type thing, and Trevin could be there with the big shot. We'll see.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. We've only been split a few times on this card. This is one of them, but it sounds like you're not.
I don't like any.
Off.
I mean, you guys want to talk about lock of the week for this week? I hate almost every single underdog on this card.
Yeah.
So even when I'm picking Trevin, it's like every single underdog I've picked, I've been like, But you got to throw a couple in.
Yeah, I hear you. $9,400 and $6,800. I like Hani a lot. $9,400 is a little high because, like you said, Trevin's a really hard guy to put away. And Raoni Barcelos, I think he's literally better everywhere except raw power, but I don't think he's going to be able to put him away. And a $9,400 guy in a 3-round decision, that's not going to, that's probably not going to pay for itself. You agree?
Yeah, I'm picking Trevin, so I'm definitely not picking Hani. I'm not going to play Trevin, though. Even at $6,800, I'm not going to play him.
Monkey Knife Fight 55 to 36. I got to go more here. I think they go at it. I think this is,
Someone said he's $9,000 in DraftKings. Did you mess up again? Do we need to get an editor?
I may have messed up.
You getting enough sleep?
No, never.
How's that diet going? You're looking good.
Maybe
You're glowing.
Maybe he's $9,000. Even at $9,000.
How much weight he lost?
All right, so it is $9,000 to $7,200. Anyway, Monkey Knife Fight strike line 55 to 36. I think the more is solid. I think they go at it. I think it's a longer fight. Trevin at 36 is actually probably the problem. He's so freaking low volume. But I 36 is a very, very low number. That is very.
I mean, that is. Let me do my math here. I mean, that is like 12 strikes around.
12, 24, 30. Yep. No, you're right. WeOwnPicks.com/MKF. Sign up, make a deposit, and they will instantly match that deposit. Take the free money.
Ask me what I got on my SAT.
Play some of these lines. What did you get on your SATs, Jacob?
That was more than anyone in this chat, I'll tell you that.
Okay. No, Jacob's so smart. That's why he's the co-host. What a